everyone, I'm Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, and today is once again weigh-in Wednesday. So you just saw my morning weigh-in. This morning I weighed in at 282.6, which is unfortunately a 0.6 increase from last week. I wasn't really surprised by that because I seem to have this trend going where I'll lose a lot in a 1 to 2 week period and then it will slow down or completely halt for a week or two. So after losing 7+ pounds in the last 2 weeks, I kind of expected it to slow down. So again, not really surprised. I'm really hopeful though that next week I will get on the scale and I will be down a little bit more. We'll have to see. So as far as my food goes, everything this week has gone really well. I haven't had any kind of derailment from that little episode on my birthday. I haven't had any crazy cravings or increased hunger in general, so I'd have to say my food is doing really well. We actually had a family gathering this weekend and I did really good with that. I made and brought my own food. I stuck to it and I'm pretty proud of that. I'm not really struggling with meals out or gathering so much as I was a few weeks ago. So I'm really happy with that. I did learn something interesting this week. Now, I know that they talk about not exercising on the Bright Line plan and how that can increase your hunger, but I knew that the scale was not moving. And I was thinking, well, should I add exercise? Should I be moving a little bit more? Because quite honestly, it's been really hot here and I have not been getting out and moving around as much as I should just because it is so unbearably hot. And the air quality has been horrible because we live in Northern California and right now we're having those horrible fires in Redding and then there's some south of us. So living in the valley, we're kind of just the air quality is really bad. Like the smoke is just settling in the valley and it's making it really rough for asthma and allergies and things like that. So anyway, the other morning I thought, let's add a little bit of exercise and see how that goes. So I got up really early and I took the dog out for a 2-mile walk and then I came home and got in the pool for a little while. And let me tell you, that was a huge mistake. I felt fine. I didn't have any episodes of like feeling faint or anything like that, which some people complain about on this plan. I think my body is pretty much adapted to what I'm eating now. But it did change my hunger level. It was actually a really tough day. Normally I don't deal too much with hunger. Yeah, I was hangry. Hunger in between meals, I usually do fine up until my next meal time. But that particular day, from that moment on, when I got out of the pool, I was absolutely starving. And it wasn't like head hunger, it was like pit of my stomach hunger. So I think for me, I'm not yet ready to add in exercise, and that is something that Susan talks about, that you really shouldn't worry about that until you're a lot closer to goal, and obviously I have a long way to go. So I think for now I'm going to be steering clear of any added strenuous exercise. So there's that. I learned that this week. I'm really excited because we are starting the Gideon Games this week. So if you're a Bright Lifer, you probably know what that is. If you're not a Bright Lifer, basically the Gideon Games is a kind of a competition, a fun little competition to try and encourage each other to keep our bright lines. So what they do is they put us into groups of 10, and every day we have to report to a group leader as to whether or not we had a bright line day. And for every time you have a bright line day, your team gets 1 point, and the team with the most points at the end wins. So it's kind of a way to encourage you to keep your line so that you don't let the rest of your team down. Originally, I was not going to do it because I thought that sometimes when I get in that competitive mindset, it's actually very discouraging for me. And on top of that, I was also dealing with that health scare a couple weeks ago, and that was right before registration ended. But at the last minute, I decided, my health scare is over. I really need to stay focused. Maybe I just need to get myself out of that mindset that joining a competition is going to make me fail, because I feel like if you have that kind of mindset going into it, that's exactly what's going to happen. So I've been kind of trying to switch that up and tell myself, you're not going to fail, you're going to do better because of the competition. So I've been challenging my own thought process. So I did join it. It starts today, and I'm really looking forward to see how it affects my loss and see if it's something that I can overcome. That kind of mindset that I've always had surrounding competition. So I'm really excited for the Guinean Games. It is something that is only available to Bright Lifers. So if you're not in Bright Lifers, sorry, it's not something everybody can do. What else? I think that's about it. Like I said, my food has been doing really good. My weight loss has stalled this week, but I'm actually, feeling okay about it. I'm not feeling bad about it. I do have a video coming up in a couple of days, or maybe even sooner. I did do a video about how to make cauliflower pizza because a lot of people ask about that, and there's a lot of misinformation about how to count it and how to prepare it. People complain about how it tastes or it not being crispy, and I've made like 40 of them, so by now I know how to make a cauliflower pretty good. They don't look the prettiest, but they are really, really tasty. So that's coming up in a couple of days, and I think that's about it. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. Hopefully when I check in next Wednesday, I will have better news in terms of my weight loss, but if not, as they say, focus on your bright lines, you'll lose the weight. Focus on losing the weight, and you lose your bright lines. And I'm all about keeping my bright lines. So again, hope everybody has a great week, and I'll check in with you next Wednesday. Bye.